Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade. Great to be here with you guys today. So I'm scrolling around, surfing the web, cruising in the Twitter streets. You guys know how I do. Feeling the wind breeze through my hair, and I come across something a bit concerning. And it says Caitlin Clark, groin, ruled out for Saturday. So I say, that's interesting. I haven't seen anything from the Indiana Fever yet, but maybe I'm behind. Boom, I check the Indiana Fever socials, and I see nothing. Nothing on the Indiana Fever socials. So I said, okay, let me take note of that. Let me put it to the side just in case. And then I come across an article. Indiana Fever make Caitlin Clark decision before Sparks game. The article goes on. The Indiana Fever are playing some of their best basketball of the season as they prepare to host the Los Angeles Sparks on Saturday evening. Head coach Stephanie White has guided her team to 3 straight wins, including a Commissioner's Cup championship victory over the Minnesota Lynx. Following that, the Fever crushed the Las Vegas Aces 81-54. Indiana is now 9-8 and sits third in the Eastern Conference, playing the second of 5 straight games at home. Love to see that homestand. However, the team received tough news Friday afternoon. Star guard Caitlin Clark was ruled out again for Saturday with a lingering groin injury. Clark has not played since logging 31 minutes in a road game against Seattle on June 24th, the 7-day mark now. According to the Clark's player page on the official WNBA website, quote, Clark will miss a 5th straight game while recovering from a left groin injury. Even though the star guard went through some shooting drills during Friday's practice, it seems she's not ready to return to the hardwood yet. In her absence, Erin McDonald has stepped up. Kelsey Mitchell has been balling. Clark has appeared in 9 games this season and is averaging 18.2 across 33 minutes per game. The next game that we're targeting her for could be this upcoming Wednesday, July 9th, against the Golden State Valkyrie. But fortunately for us, they did link us with the official WNBA website. So I checked the website. And the website, though it's dated 7/3/2025, I'm not sure if they just don't acknowledge Independence Day. I'm not sure if whoever sets up their website is a day behind. But it confirms what that article says. Clark will miss a 5th straight game while recovering from a left groin injury. Even though the star guard went through, I already read that to you guys, right? Now, to verify that 7-3 is really 7-4, I continue to scroll down, and the updates were in real time from what transpired today. They mentioned Friday's practice. They mentioned White not ready to comment on it. They mentioned Erin McDonald and how she's been playing. They mentioned Brianna Turner logging minutes in Thursday's game. They mentioned Michaela Timpson logging minutes in Thursday's game as well. Just so you can see how depressing and how terribly run this website is, take a look at the blurbs when it comes to Brianna Turner and Michaela Timpson getting minutes, right? Let's start with Michaela Timpson. This is really the egregious part. No disrespect, Brianna Turner, but the Timpson part is like, this has to be an AI bot. The number 19th overall pick in the 2025 WNBA draft made her 10th appearance of the season Thursday due to the lopsided score. That's how you know these people don't watch the games. They don't watch the games. They don't know the games. They don't watch them transpire. Michaela Timpson was in the game in the first quarter at the 2.5-minute mark, if memory serves me correct. Before the game was lopsided and got out of hand and we beat down the Las Vegas Aces, Michaela Timpson was already in the game. So what do they say? Hey, ChatGPT, write something about Michaela Timpson playing against the Las Vegas Aces on July 3rd. And boom, this is what ChatGPT spit out. So not only do they have the dates wrong, they have the actual facts of the matter wrong. But that's no surprise, folks. I'm just letting you know. If you don't see Caitlin Clark play tomorrow, don't be surprised. If by the time I put this video out, the Indiana Fever announce it, don't be surprised. If they wait till tomorrow to announce it, I hate to say it 3 times in a row, don't be surprised. Carolyn Pek. Oh, goodness, Carolyn Pek. What do we have to say about the Indiana Fever being a more dangerous team without Caitlin Clark? We knew this narrative was coming. As soon as the team started looking better, as soon as the team started playing better, making shots, playing defense, gelling a bit more, we knew they would say what? Well, all of this is taking place because Cece's not there. Without Caitlin Clark, this team is much better. The Hatelins, as they have been deemed, are already saying that. The people that like to diminish and downplay Caitlin Clark have been saying that. And now we have ESPN's Carolyn Pek co-signing the nonsense. Let's take a listen.
You were at that game just now. Look, the Fever have been on a tear. They've won 2 in a row, a 25-point blowout of the Lynx in the Commissioner's Cup final, and then 27 against the Aces in this one. And both of those games without Caitlin Clark. How is Indiana getting this done right now?
Look, I think that Indiana is even more dangerous when Caitlin Clark doesn't play because she's a ball-dominant guard. The ball's in her hands a lot, so you know what you need to try to take away. But when you look at Indiana now, they've got so many weapons. And Kelsey Mitchell is playing out of her mind. Aaliyah Boston. I talked to Stephanie White before the game. She said in year 1, Aaliyah Boston was back to the basket. Year 2, two-man game. Year 3, they're using her as a decision maker. And so when you have a point guard like Kelsey Mitchell and Ari McDonald making plays on the perimeter and a post like Aaliyah Boston.
Did she just call Kelsey Mitchell a point guard? I'm sorry, I couldn't let that slide.
I'm going to tell you, Indiana, they are a threat, and specifically on the defensive end. Stephanie is so pleased with the intensity that they're bringing defensively with their length, their switches. I mean, they've wreaked havoc on their last 2 opponents.
The credibility is shot at ESPN. Oh my goodness. These folks just do anything. Now, if you guys don't remember, this is the same person that had this abysmal take last year when it came to the Rookie of the Year. Let's take a listen.
Dialogue. A big question. If you had to log your vote today, who would your Rookie of the Year be in the WNBA?
I mean, it is a thin line. It's really tight. But when you look at where the teams are, and I also went a little deeper and I looked at plus minus, and I also look at net rating. And when you look at that, Angel Reese has to get the nod. Now, I know it's not a popular position to take because Angel Reese has to do the dirty work. I have said it's not sexy to have to battle and rebound inside and where you've got to do the blue-collar work. But this is a player that has come in as a rookie and is putting up grown woman numbers. 12 double-doubles in a row. I mean, in one season. So when you see a young woman come in like that and do that, I would have to give the nod with her efficiency rate.
Oh my goodness. This is bad news. Bad news. But we're not surprised. We are not surprised. Anything to diminish and downplay Caitlin Clark. Now, what I will say with Carolyn Pek, she must have watched that clip before hopping because she used the same net ratings, efficiency, and when I dive into the numbers, let's take a look, right? Let's take a look. This is the Indiana Fever. With and without Caitlin Clark. First 4 games of the season, net rating 11.9. Without Caitlin Clark, net rating drops to 2.6. Ooh. Oh, well, that doesn't really. Okay, let's move on. Caitlin Clark, the second stint with Caitlin Clark in those 3 games. Net rating at 11. Excuse me. Net rating at 5.5 in 5 games with Caitlin Clark when she returned from her quad injury that has not yet healed and still hasn't healed. And then it goes up to 11. Okay, well then the net rating increases. Okay, Carolyn Pek, okay. Then we get to the plus and minus. We have the first stint with Caitlin Clark when it comes to plus and minus. The team is a plus 9.3. And then without Caitlin Clark for the next 5 games, only positive 1.8. Ooh. You guys noticing a trend here? The first time, the second, indeed. You guys are smart. And now here we go again. The second stint of Caitlin Clark when it comes to the plus minus. 4.0 when she returns from a quad injury that's not yet healed. And then the team plus minus slowly crawls up to 8.3. A minute increase. Do you want to know what the difference is? It's very simple. We have a competent point guard that's not only Caitlin Clark, right? Ari McDonald is a difference maker, no doubt about it. Michaela Timpson's getting minutes. difference maker on the defensive end. No doubt about it. The pace of play has significantly slowed down without Caitlin Clark. And do you know how we can see this? Not only can we look and see the pace of play go from over 100, drop, first stint with and without Caitlin Clark, and then we go from, we go from 96 in her second stint, drop down to 90. So the pace of play is slowing down. That proves that. But then we look at the field goal attempts. With Caitlin Clark, we were shooting 73.8 field goal attempts per game in the first 4 games. Without Caitlin Clark, the first stint, we dropped from 73.8 down to 59.6, shooting 14 less shots. Yeah, I did a little dive in today, folks. I owe you guys that, right? I owe you guys that. Caitlin Clark returns the next 5 games on a quad injury that still hasn't yet healed. We're now at 70.4 field goal attempts. She goes down, and we drop down to 61.7 field goal attempts. So you know what the team's doing? Noticing that we can't score in an abundance as we can with Caitlin Clark, we are slowing the game down. We are getting the game a little bit dirty, leaning on our defense, and that's it. And the team is a little bit more cohesive. The team's gelling better. The rotations are more on point. We got rid of a locker room cancer known as Dewana Bonner. These people must be shitting their pants right now, seeing how this team is performing with Caitlin Clark healing up, knowing that when she comes back, she has a point guard behind her and Ari McDonald that's going to let the good times roll. Knowing that Kelsey Mitchell's still going to be cooking up a storm. Knowing that we're going to have instances with Ari, Caitlin, and Kelsey as long as Coach White continues to keep these lineups nice and tight. We're going to have Michaela Timpson continue to get minutes. I mentioned last night on the postgame recap that they're missing Timpson on some of these roles. Don't worry, Timpson. When CC's back, you still get your 10-plus minutes a game. Undefeated, by the way, when Michaela Timpson plays 10 or more minutes. I'm just saying. Don't worry. When you get back, Timpson, don't worry about pick and rolling. Just rim run. Just rim run. Team's not better without Caitlin Clark. They've slowed things down. They've limited possessions, not only offensively, but by slowing things down, the defense, the opposing team, doesn't get nearly as many chances at the basket. Turnovers go down slightly, and by slightly, I mean by 2. Oh, man. It's comical, actually. It's comical. But again, expected. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I appreciate all of the support. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoyed. That would mean so much to me. The venue is open tomorrow. Early game, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, pull up. Let me know how you're feeling. I think I got to mow the lawn tomorrow morning. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. We'll see you next time. And as always, take it easy.